Hey, what's up with it, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of live interviews with the Bubble Podcast, presented by Streetwise Intellect Productions. I'm your host, MistaRye the Realist, and I appreciate everybody that be supporting this thing. Today, we have a nice interview with a singer that is coming out of San Francisco, California. In the meanwhile, guys, go over to the website, check out the merch. Man, I'm about to start wearing the merch. So I'm waiting on her to send me a request to join. So I'm talking about AlexSandra. She's coming out of San Francisco, California. She is a nice singer. She does what I label as like pop, neo soul, and we're going to get into a little bit more about what it is that she does. Hey,
Hello. Hi.
how you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing very well. I'm doing very well. Thank you for taking your time out
That's
to come in and talk to me. I appreciate you for that. So again, guys, this is Alexandra. She's coming out of San Francisco, California, and we're gonna get into her musical journey about what it is that she's doing in music and why it is that she likes the Bubble Podcast. So again, thank you for being here. How's life treating you?
Oh, it's good. Thank you. It's such a great weather today.
Yeah, it is.
Finally.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So let me tell everyone that when I initially started this Bubble podcast, she rushed in her music to me without even knowing who I was. I mean, it was like, what was it, like 4 or 5 tracks or something like that. And I told her, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to incorporate your music into what it is we got going on. But here it is, what, a year later, and we're talking right now. What made you send me your music?
Oh,
What made you send
uh,
your music in?
so, so I saw your advertisement on Instagram stories, and I saw
Mhm.
that you are a local Bay Area podcast and music oriented, especially you are supporting independent artists. And I thought it is a great opportunity for me to connect with the local artists and local podcast makers. And I am very thankful that I had a chance to see your advertisement because it is a great podcast. I am very, very thankful for you, for your work. It's not only because of like, yeah, it's not just because you're hearing my music. You also support other musicians, make the whole community grow. It is amazing.
Thanks, absolutely, man. That was a great answer. Thank you so much. Well, I love your music. I don't know if you recall what I said in the reply to your email, but guys, I told her that, you know what, I love all the tracks, but I'm gonna try to incorporate um, somewhat, you know what I mean? Because I was trying to incorporate a lot of music into the podcast, and she was very patient, and I love her for that. So now that I've done that, I look at you as one of the artists that is like a catalyst for people sending in music that's not rap or hip hop because they heard your music on the podcast and they're like, okay, he's listening to this great music. And so I look at you. I just wanted to say that, you know, I just wanted to get people out and let people know how appreciative I am of you as an artist for supporting the podcast. So let's get into the music. What got you into the type of music that you're doing?
Uh, Originally, I was actually a rock singer in the past, like for 10 years. I started in high school, and rock music was so popular back then. And then I was performing like 10 years with my rock band, only originals, nothing else.
Mhm.
And I don't know, time changed. I realized that pop music is also really fun, and I would like to explore more. I didn't want to get stuck in one style. And then I started experimenting and I released my first EP. We had 4 original songs. So I decided to release my first original EP in 2020, just like searching my own style, but I think I'm very close to it. Right now, like I released a new single in 2023 called Like Me Not, and it is like pop rock style, something like that. It has this vibe. I think I'm going to be going this direction because it combines rock and pop And both these styles are like, I love them so much.
I am intrigued with artists that sound a certain way when they're singing, but then they speak a different way. You know, you can hear an accent. And I hear that with you. So did you have any type of coaching or like vocal lessons or anything like that to help you out?
Thank you so much for saying that. I was actually very insecure about this. I always thought that having accent while I'm singing is kind of odd. It's like something I would need to get rid of. And when I speak, I have such a thick accent. So I guess I just tried really hard to copy the vowels and the sounds to make it sound like more American. But it takes a lot of practice. It doesn't come naturally. And, you know,
Right.
when I speak or when I sing, I don't hear my accent. But then when I listen myself on the recording, I was like, oh, God. Especially when I watched some videos like 3-4 years ago, and I was like, God, I was thinking I had good pronunciation, and now I'm like looking back, and I was like, oh no. So when I go for recording session, I go to do that with a producer, and my producer is American Californian guy. He is an incredibly talented. Right now he's in LA, and when I go there, he helps me to focus on pronunciation and also emotions. Like when I recording, even emotions was great, but pronunciation was not. Like, it is crucial to have this word in a certain way, because in other way sounds like a little bit odd.
Yep.
He helped me to articulate it well. So sometimes we're like repeating word after another, and it takes a while. So my recording session for lead vocal for one song takes around 4 hours, because we spend a lot of time also on pronunciation. Oh, and the last thing that I will tell you it is that when we write songs together with my co-writers, then I ask some of them to sing it for me. And then for 2 weeks, I'm walking and listening my song, and somebody singing it, and I'm learning pronunciation.
Yeah. No. That's absolutely key, because that's the reason why I asked you that question, because a lot of people out here, they have that self-consciousness about, oh, am I pronouncing this right? Or is this going to have the right feel at this hook? Or am I, you know what I mean? So that's why I asked you that question, and you answered it so great. So why don't you actually tell, since we're on the subject, tell everybody your origin, where you were born, and why you came over to San Francisco, why you call it home now.
So much for being so welcoming and making me feel accepted. That is really nice of you all, especially in California. I feel really, really comfortable. I am ethnically, I'm Georgian, but I was born in Russia, so I have dual citizenship. I'm Russian, Georgian. Gotcha.
So why did you grow roots in San Francisco? Why do you call San Francisco home?
First of all, I fall in love with the city. Before I came to America, I lived in China for 5 years. I performed there as an artist, and like my full-time job was being a musician. And then I met my husband on Tinder in China.
Wow.
And he is actually Australian who lives in Bay Area. He works here in tech industry.
Okay.
And we started dating. I flew to America. He flew to China. And then he proposed, and I moved the way he was in San Francisco.
Okay. All right. So that's a beautiful story. I mean, I love hearing stories like that. So, all right. Now that everybody got a feel of who you are, let's get into the music here. So, you are very professional in your presentation. Every post I see, everything, even the emails you sent me, they were super professional, and I appreciate that. So how did you develop your business mind in the music? Because that's a very difficult thing to do. How did you develop the back end office business mind for your music?
Well, it comes with a lot of pain. Like no pain, no gain.
Yeah.
Because I started music like doing my original music since high school, I went through a lot of phases. It is not like just appeared like that in one day. It's a lot of work.
Right.
But there are like a lot of rejections. Like so you constantly reaching out different type of people to get into the market. And I should mention, I actually started back in Russia, and it was really difficult to get into that market, but then we made it, and well, locally famous there, like not big stars, but when I was walking on the street, sometimes people would come to me to take some autographs and stuff like that.
Right.
But it was hard. So to get into that, you need to have certain type of conversation. You don't need to be a musician, you should be a manager. And it is such a painful path for every independent artist to learn these skills. And I absolutely hate it. But because I need it so much, I just push it through. Then so in Russia, we have certain culture of keeping formal conversation. Then I moved from Russia to China. And then I need to start all over again. And in this case, I just need to learn what's the culture of holding the conversation in China. And it is like a different world. And also, I didn't speak Chinese back then. I spoke English. So it was like I was trying to find. And you learn it by rejection. So every time you approach someone, they rejected you. You're like, okay, might be I need to improve this and this. Then you ask other people, how did you guys do that? So like whenever you move to another place and you want to start something and you want to learn what's the business way of communicate with people, not business, I mean, what's a formal way to communicate with people, what's very productive, you just meet someone who already did that. Yeah. And you're like, hey, let me grab some coffee with you, like my treat. Would you be able to share with me like some tricks and like, what's the way? Like, what should I do to make people open the door for me? And it is not only about music, it is about literally everything. And then I moved to America, California. People are here very friendly, but also very sensitive. Nobody will tell you what you're doing wrong. Like if you approach someone in email, nobody gonna message you back say like you did this and that wrong. No, they're gonna just silently decline you, and you are lucky they responded to you.
Yeah, I mean, so, out here we call that yes men. It's called a yes man, meaning that anybody that asks you, does that sound good? Yes. Oh. Does that sound all right? Yes. Instead of giving you critique, you know what I mean? So I get that. That's pretty cool. So I like your diversity. I mean, I like that you're onto this podcast and you're so diverse. I mean, you've been all over, you know what I mean, all overseas and all of that stuff, and you like this podcast. So I can't appreciate you. I can't show you how much I appreciate you enough. So with that said, you are so professional with your videos. I see dancers. I see makeup artists. Are you doing all of this on your own, or do you have like a label behind you?
No, I don't. First of all, thank you so much for noticing that. That means a lot because behind of that, really a lot of work. I don't have. I do everything. Like I would not say I do everything myself because behind of me is a big team of people who would love to be involved in something serious, some interesting projects. Yeah. And honestly, I built all these videos and community because I have right people next to me. But to find right people, you need to be legit too. It is not like you are like doing like you say something and never do that. The people not gonna stick with you, you know. So my first music video, Supergirl, had 25 people working for that video. I was director for that video. It was my first music video. And now I see some type of things I would actually do better. But back then, we didn't know. And I had my best friends in the video crew, all people who filmed in the disco scene for the course was my colleagues, models, who actually worked for money. They charged money, but they came for my music video to support me.
To support you, yeah.
Yeah, it was a big deal. I felt so so confident. I was like, oh my God, guys, thank you for making my dream come true. And since that, I realized even if they want to come to help me, I still need to make money and pay money to people, because this is a work, and we don't eat air, we eat physical, like we eat food, we buy that food, everything is expensive. So I
Yeah.
put all my efforts to start making money with music, so then I can pay my like dancers, videographers. And since that, I really work hard to have a budget. So every music video has a budget. Like I would say each music video cost me around $3,000. It is
Mhm.
still underrated, like, because people, when they join me, they're like, hey Alex, it's okay, we understand you're an independent artist, we want to support you, and just tell us how much is your budget and you feel comfortable with it. I was like, hey,
Right.
I have this budget, but I promise I will share. I will call you whenever I have another paid gig. And actually, this is the way I make my life. Like all those dancers who are in my music video, like Bounce, for example, we collaborated many times after that. And if I have opportunity to share with them some gigs I see, like, hey guys, this is dancer is like wanted. Would you like to go and like have a job? So it's all about supporting each other and helping each other. Well,
Yep. I like that. I
I
like
hope
that. So,
someday I will become a big star and I will hire all those same guys for a great budget.
yeah. No, I mean, you are really professional. Like I said, I appreciate you for thanking me for that, but you are showing it. When professionalism exudes, I mean, people recognize it, and that's what you're doing. So, you're doing everything on your own then, right? Are you independent? Do you have a
No,
label on your own that you call? You don't have a label yet.
no, I don't.
Okay. You're just doing everything and just building everything up right now.
Yeah.
So that's dope. That's dope to me. I mean, and that's what this whole podcast is about, to show people that you can do it on your own and you can be very professional. So one question, and then I'm going to ask you another question about your music. One question. It is so difficult to do this music thing in life. And I noticed that you're a new mother. Congratulations on that. And how do you incorporate that with being able to pay all of these budgets and do all of this stuff? How do you do that? How do you find the passion to still make music?
So we're talking about passion, not about financial part, or both.
The passion, not the financial. I'm talking about like you have all of this stuff that you have to do, and like you have to be a mother, you have to pay these bills, you have to do all of this stuff. How do you find a passion to still write and make music and still make good music? Where does that come from?
I will try to respond shortly. It's a great question. Actually, it's one of the most important questions for each musician.
Yeah.
Because life is hard. It's sometimes a lot of pain, but also sometimes a lot of great things. I have my own ups and downs. I go through roller coasters so often. Sometimes I feel so bad. But and the next day, I feel so good. So I just realized that there are lots of bumps on the way. But my all motivation comes from, I will say, maybe from big, great fear. I afraid that if I will sit back and do nothing, I will never, ever achieve my dream. And my dream is to be a musician who is making her own music and makes money for a living from that. And I would like to achieve that goal. I am on the way, and actually I do that, but I still have more things like to do, more bigger goals to achieve, like in this. Sorry, I'm trying
No.
to.
I understand exactly what you're saying. You have more goals and bigger goals other than music that you have to achieve in a lifetime. I hear you.
But
I hear you.
I just wanted to say that I'm a happy mother. Like, you can be happy mother, happy wife, happy girlfriend, happy manager, anything. And also you can be happy musician. This is completely separate. And
Yep.
me right now, I'm on my way to be happy musician, happy independent artist. I still have so much to do. And
Yeah.
just I know if I will not continue doing what I'm doing, I will be deeply unhappy. And I already done once in my life when I was like, I was so tired of struggling, like pushing through. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give up. And I gave up, and my life was miserable. Like I had 3 years of miserable life when I lost my personality. I lost
Yep.
my happiness. I, I, I think I was depressed, and I was like, you know what? Yes, it's hard to be an independent artist, and I wish I would want to be an engineer or doctor.
Yeah.
But this is me. I was born this way, so I have no choice.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you answered that beautifully. I mean, that passion right there, that it will never go away. And I can empathize with that because I'm the same way. I'm an artist as well. So I stopped doing music for like 5, 10 years, and it just ate me alive. I just thought that I was dead inside. So I understand exactly what you're saying.
This is
That was great. That was great. So, all right, let us know about some of your projects you got coming out right now.
Oh my God, there are some exciting stuff happening. Because I was in maternity leave,
Right.
I haven't had chance to save up budget for new releases, but I am working on that, and I'm going to start releasing new music starting from summer. But so meanwhile, I started performing with my original music in the Bay Area, and I finally throwing my first concert as an original artist on April 21st in San Francisco. And
Great for you.
it's going to be a performance with a full band in a very cute wine house in San Francisco. The owner, it's a small business. The owner, Vic, she is a big fan of Amy Winehouse. So she dedicated this place to Amy Winehouse. So everything is in this style, vintage, rockabilly style. And I've decided like that would be so great. I'm so grateful for her to giving me her venue for performance and supporting me as an artist. So I've decided to take my music and transform it a little bit to make it sound like give this vibe. And we are performing with a full band with a saxophone player. We're gonna have opening act, and we're gonna have a great host who's gonna also perform for us. So this is what I'm working with right now.
April 21st.
April 21st.
All right.
Tickets are on the sale, and if anybody wants to come and support me and see us performing music in authentic atmosphere, check out my link in bio.
I like that. That's gonna be dope. You said it's gonna be a live band.
Yes, it's gonna be live band.
That's dope right there, man. I mean, I might show up. You know, and never know. You never know.
Drink on me.
Man,
If you'll
you have been so. Go ahead. Go ahead.
If you'll come, drinks on me.
All right. I'm gonna hold you to it. I'm gonna hold you to it. I'm a drinker. I drinks. So April 21st, man. I'm gonna keep it on my calendar. You guys keep it on your calendar as well. Man, you have been so great to come in here and share your musical journey with us. Your personality is always great. You've been patient. I love that. Thank you so much. Your music is always going to be in rotation here. I got your back. Don't worry about it. People over here, you know, I look at it as like a cross advertisement, right? You know what I mean? So it's like I'm more of a hip hop rap, but I'm incorporating neo soul and pop, and people are starting to get into that, and they like your music. I mean, I'm seeing the comments. You know what I mean? So this is dope. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Any people before we get out of here? Any people that you want to plug and shout out, or any merch or anything? This is your chance to tell everybody thank you right here. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. I wanted to just thank all musicians and all artists I met and worked with. I want to thank you for giving me a chance to be in this podcast. It means a lot to me. And of course, I'm going to share, post, and everyone who is watching right now, you guys also can help us and like sharing your stories. I wanted to thank actually very important person. I wanted to thank my husband for supporting me and helping me achieve my goals. He's not only like taking care about family when I'm busy. He also helps me when I'm on my roller coaster. He told me he doesn't know Alex, who never achieved her goal. So he thinks he's ready. He told me last time, he's like, Alex, I'm getting ready for the tour mentally. I was like, which tour? Like, you don't know yet. It's coming. I was like, all right, thank you so much. So thank you for supporting me. I love you.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. So, guys, this has been the AlexSandra. I always say it, I always pronunciate it correctly because I'm like, it's two names, guys. It's not AlexSandra. It's AlexSandra. And you guys look her up. She's from San Francisco, or she's a transplant, and she's calling San Francisco home right now. And she is very talented. I love her music. I'm going to try to incorporate the other two songs that I got, but I got those other two songs playing. I think it's Supergirl and what is it?
For you?
Yes, there you go. I got both of those playing in rotation. So people are listening to your music. They're going to come see you. And April 21st, I'm going to mark it on my calendar.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Alex, I appreciate you. Everybody, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This has been a great interview live, and I'm going to post some more. So you guys stay tuned in and support us. All right, Alex, bye. I'll see you later. The episodes that we got going on, guys, check them out. I'm uploading like 2 or 3 episodes a week. So you guys need to go check that out, for real. We got music on there that is all different types of genres, all different types of styles, and we embody the Bay within all of those songs. So again, please go check out and support the Bubble Podcast on iHeart, Spotify, Google, Samsung, PodChasers, whatever it is that you want. Go and do that.